Hello and greetings, everyone. This is Dr. Antonio Schroeder. Welcome to Echo Sound Podcast Studios. This is your host, Dr. Antonio Schroeder. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal day, a phenomenal night. We're sorry for the technical difficulties. I am Dr. Antonio Schroeder, and I am delighted to have you here on today. I am the sole proprietor of this podcast. My mission is to create an engaging platform where I employ derived narratives and innovative ideas to resonate within our audience. I believe in the power of storytelling, and also when it comes down to the importance of connecting through our experiences. And so today, I am excited to introduce our guest, Mr. Marcellus Crews. I'm going to share a little bit about him in the bio. 1 second.
Marcellus Crews has proudly called Maryland home for over 38 years. As a dedicated small business owner and managing director of Cruising Technologies since 2009, Marcellus combines technological expertise with a heart for service. Residing in Upper Marlboro with his company's office in Capitol Heights, he has built a reputation as an innovator, leader, and community advocate. At the helm of Cruising Technologies, Marcellus has spearheaded projects across embassies, schools, healthcare companies, and businesses throughout the greater DMV area. His company has cultivated trusted relationships with ambassadors and dignitaries, showcasing his ability to connect people and businesses globally. Cruising Technologies has also been recognized for its residential services, having earned a 4.8-star rating on Angie's List after serving over 6,000 homes across Maryland. As a state vendor, the company supplies AV services to various Maryland departments, further cementing its role as a trusted provider. Marcellus's commitment extends beyond business. He has dedicated countless hours as a youth leader, organizing global mission trips and fundraising initiatives. His efforts helped raise $6.6 million for the homeless, and his bone marrow drives resulted in 2 life-saving matches for the African American community. For his extraordinary contributions, Marcellus was honored with the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award for Service by President Joseph R. Biden. At the heart of Marcellus's mission is helping people discover their purpose and empowering communities through public policy. His latest initiative, The Prepared Professional, bridges the gap between education and small businesses, much like sports programs do for athletes. This innovative ecosystem equips young people and adults with tangible opportunities, leading to a 24% increase in graduation rates and fostering productivity and success in society.
Mr. Crews,
Yes.
finally. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm blessed.
Yes, yes. Well, first of all, I just want to say, first and foremost, I appreciate you for being on our platform, and we apologize for the technical difficulties, but nonetheless, it's all about weathering the storm
There you go.
and,
There
and,
you
and,
go. And
and
I'm
getting
all
through
about it.
and getting through it. Yeah. So it's an honor and a privilege to have you on this platform, and I am thrilled about what is happening within your expertise. And I know that you reside in the Maryland area,
Mhm.
and you have a company, I believe, dealing with cruising technology. Has
Yes.
been around since 2009,
Hmm.
and you are right now in the Upper Marlboro area, correct?
That's
That's where you
correct.
reside. It's a lot of stuff that you have going on, and it's funny how we met. We met, I believe it was about 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago?
About 2 years ago. Yeah, 2023.
Yep, two
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah, we got a
Hmm.
chance to meet. We was actually getting both of us getting honored
Yeah.
with the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award by President Biden,
Yes.
and I got a chance to meet with you in person.
Hmm.
Man, love your spirit, man. Love what you
Check that.
represent. Love what you stand for. I know that you are a man about vision and a man about a man about a purpose. And so I was like instantly drawn to your energy. I'm just very very excited about just the moves that is happening with you. So I wanted to ask you some questions, get started with the interview.
Okay.
Um, so let me ask you something, Mr. Cruz. How is education associated when it comes down to like the crime or the crime rate that's happening right now and within not even within our country but within our communities in our district?
Mm, that's a very good question. When you look at who's in prison,
Hmm.
uh, 75% of all inmates dropped out of school.
Right,
I mean, and in the state of Maryland, it's even higher.
right,
So if you want to draw a correlation, it's they dropped out of school.
right.
Last year, we had over 9% to drop out of school. The year
Jeez.
before that, 8.5. And let me just kind of give perspective here. 8.5 is over 10,000 kids.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So when you look at that and people robbing cars and knocking you over the head, you don't see, a surgeon knocking you over the head for your
right,
car keys. You're seeing young people doing it.
right.
And so as they get older, they just get into the system and that becomes, their life.
Hmm.
So in my book, there's a direct correlation between how you get a person to see their worth and where their purpose lies and staying on that trajectory versus dropping out, giving up on the system,
Yeah,
and then, you know, a life of crime, basically.
yeah. Wow. Absolutely, absolutely. It's one of those things to where it takes someone that can relate to the people in
Mm-hmm.
such a way where it will cause hope,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's important, especially now because we're losing our youth, and we all talk about well, let's just focus on the present, but our youth is our future, literally. Time is going by so fast. These
Mm-hmm.
kids are getting grown. They're turning. First they was 12, now they're 20. So
Exactly.
like they're becoming these young adults, and
Mm-hmm.
again, it's not like a lot of them actually moving in the right direction. So, but I like what you said. When it comes down to that, that's powerful stuff. So let me ask you something. So how can you supercharge growth in a way, maybe in a positive perspective
Mm-hmm.
within any community? Like, how can I know there's something where you're focusing on this particular, but I
Mm-hmm.
know that a type of blueprint where it can be able to spread
Mm-hmm.
to the majority and also to other different regions, not just within your local district or not just within the impact of that district, but what can pique the eyes where it can actually be relatable, where people can say,
Mm-hmm.
you know what, I can take a little bit of what Mr. Cruz has and I can incorporate that, or maybe I need to connect with him so we can be able to correlate and do it together.
That's a good question. So we just talked about crime,
Mm-hmm.
talked about education. So I'm gonna bring all this together. Businesses. What are businesses needing and desiring and wanting?
Mm-hmm.
You can give them money, but that's going to dry back up.
Right.
So they're
Mm-hmm.
looking for a workforce so that
Yes.
they can expand. So it is my belief now that because of this economy, it's different from, you know, 20, 30 years ago. This is a technology-driven economy. And young people, there are new jobs, content creator, just all these just new,
Yeah.
different jobs. Now they're looking for people who understand AI and how do you use AI. So the point I'm making is it is time to bring small businesses
Mm-hmm.
of all kinds, from the flower shop all the way to the hairdresser, all the
Come
way
on.
to cybersecurity,
Yes.
to K through 12.
Yes.
Okay. Starting at sixth grade, we should allow them to get apprenticeships and start the certifications.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you engage a kid. And there should be a second pathway. We should call it the prepared professional. What do I mean? Everybody's not going to go to college.
That's true.
Nor should they go to college.
Right.
We have professionals that never went to college.
Right.
Uh, I would say most of IT didn't go to college,
That's the truth. That's the truth.
um, but they're professionals.
They professional.
Right. So, but if you engage young people, they're coding in grade 5. If
Mm-hmm.
you engage them and showed them a second pathway,
Yes.
they would stay in school. How do I know this? Because we're doing this.
Yes.
And it's time to do it on a bigger scale. It's time to make it standard in all of our public schools.
Yeah.
A second pathway that allows all businesses to give apprenticeships and certifications. And I guarantee you, our graduations rates will go up. How do I know this?
Yes.
Because Build.org has been doing this for the last 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Their graduation rate is at 96%.
Mm. Mm.
Teaching entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship. Now, you just said something, Mr. Cruz.
Okay.
You just said, I think you just unleashed a mystery.
Okay.
So again, college. I'm not knocking college. I went to college. I got
Hmm.
degrees.
Hmm.
Sometimes I even regret it. Can I be transparent with you?
Be very transparent.
So I'll just be honest. Sometimes I regret going to college because some things that I am doing, I didn't need any degrees in what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
I love what you said. Like let's bring this back to trading or trade where it will create, like you said, the possibilities of them being able to learn, and you will see the success rate within the graduation department more because of
Mhm.
the fact that you're giving them interest in something that is longevity.
Listen, can you imagine a kid who starts in 6th grade, by the time they get into ninth,
Mm-hmm.
they will have a few certifications. They would have already worked with
Yep.
some companies over the summer,
Right.
and sometimes over, after school.
Mm-hmm.
That kid is now a professional, they're head.
Mm-hmm.
So when they graduate from high school, it just won't be a high school diploma.
Right.
They're now a professional with
Yes.
experience
Come
and
on.
access. That's a different world,
You saying
you know.
something?
And I'm not saying anything that's far fetched.
Right.
We can do this right now
Yes.
on a mass scale, where our young people now feel like we are listening to them and we're giving them hope. And
Yes.
we're now saying to them, okay, you like video games. Let's see what you can do.
Right.
There are companies that are looking for you.
Yes. Come
You
on.
know, that's my point. My point is we need more people in the fight in our economy. And by doing that, it sets us up
Mm-hmm.
to grow.
Right.
Growth and sustainable growth.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point here. More companies are getting people. That person who comes there, they may decide to start their own company. After they get a little tutelage.
Right.
The point is to create our own Silicon Valley right
Right.
here in
Come on.
Maryland.
Come on. Come on now. And you going ahead of me because I was going to ask you that. But see, but let me ask you this question though:
Okay.
is there a second pathway to success? And I know you kind of you kind of talked about it a little bit, but is it other areas and means of a second pathway to success besides what we have seen as far as the cookie cut way? Is social, in other words, what I mean by this is, because I know we see social media and I know everybody sees this pie in the sky
Mhm.
infrastructure and people are making money per month doing what they do.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's just like playing. You know, you want to go into the NBA. It's only a handful of people that's going to the pros,
Right.
and some people are not going it because some people don't understand and don't know history of the algorithms and things of that nature, and really do their homework to know how certain things work, or
Hmm.
teaming with people that know how to do these things.
Hmm.
Let me ask you. So what do you think is besides giving the individuals
Hmm.
trades in terms of these ideas that you were saying? What else could actually help the economy?
Oh, okay. Oh, could help the economy. Okay. Now, that's a different, slightly. Okay.
I know it's
Let,
kind of
let,
different a
let,
little bit. Yeah.
let me come back for 1 second.
Okay.
So we have branded going to college
Mm-hmm.
as end all be all. That's what we have done.
Yeah.
We've said if you go to college, you have reached the pinnacle
Yeah.
of life and education, and you have done it. Oh, I'm the first one out of my family to go to college.
Yeah.
So that branding we did it well, and a lot of people are in debt,
Yeah.
and they're not even working in what they study.
Come on.
What I would like to do is rebrand,
Mm-hmm.
repackage trade and vocational schools.
Yeah.
I want to make them prepared professional.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
the branding.
Mm-hmm.
Prepared professional. Why? Because back in the day when we called it trade, it was HVAC, it was, electric, you went and got your electric, license, mechanic. Well, we're in a different age now. You
Yeah.
can become a nurse's assistant.
Right.
You can become a veterinarian technician.
Mm-hmm.
You can do a whole lot of other things with certification
Right.
education. And so I see certification education as a behemoth of an education source, not in the college career readiness standard process, but
Right.
more in the prepared professional.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I just want to wrap this up, button it up. So there was a lady who had been taking care of the elderly for a while. And she had basically been a nurse's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so she went to the local college and she says, I want to get my, certification
Right.
with a nurse's assistant. They told her, you're going to have to take some tests
Right.
in order to get into the program.
Mm-hmm.
No, go to this boot camp
Right.
and get your certification. She went
Right.
to the boot camp, got her certification. The point is, the prepared professional didn't require you to take all these other tests.
Mm-hmm.
It then qualify for getting a certification. Let the certification be the qualifier. If you can achieve it, then you have it.
Come on.
That's the bottom line.
Bottom line.
A lot of our kids learn differently. A lot of people learn differently. If they can achieve it, then let them have it. That's just the bottom line for
That's
me.
good. That's good stuff. Yeah. I think that's extremely important. For us to really notate that. I think we're kind of going all around things, and we're not getting to the root of things. People want to feel a part, and they want to feel that they can achieve and that they can be successful in something. And so we gotta meet people where they are, and we cannot just have a deaf ear. When it comes down to it, we have to be intentional, and
Mm-hmm.
we have to be sensitive.
Yes.
I totally
Yes.
agree with you. I totally
My
agree.
mission is to help people find their purpose.
That's it.
When they find their purpose, it strengthens the community.
Come on.
And that's how we bring down crime and poverty
Yes,
and welfare.
that's right.
It's just that. Now, are we going to get everybody? No. But if we can start cutting 20, 30% of the loss, the fallen,
Yeah,
our economy will get better.
right.
Businesses will grow. Notice
Yeah.
I said 20, 30%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, that ain't
life will
much.
change in our communities.
Right. That ain't much. You
That's
know.
not, I'm not asking for much.
That's right. That's right. So I know you gave us a coming attraction with Silicon Valley, but
Hmm.
if you could create your own Valley, what would be ideal for you?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
So, Prince George's County, where I reside, have all the ingredients to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We have NASA right here in our county. We have the coming FBI building. We also have the Air Force Base, the premier Air Force Base.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We have bioscience research right here.
Mm.
Okay. And we have a quantum computer
Mm-hmm.
at the University of Maryland. Okay.
Yeah.
We have to bring nonprofits, small businesses, because we have the largest registered small businesses of any other county.
Mm-hmm.
So we bring them all to the table and along with our education system, and
Mm-hmm.
we create pipelines. Okay.
Okay.
We create
I like
pipelines
that.
that begin to spear growth,
Mm-hmm.
that begin to spear people getting into those different areas. And trust me, not everybody's going to be a scientist, right? But
Right.
there's other areas in bioscience. The whole point is for us to become known for something. When a region is known for
Come
something,
on.
it changes the
It
game.
changes it.
So I would like for us to be known for bioscience research and technology. Because Bowie State is doing a good job with technology.
Yes, they are too.
So let's bring all of this together and start pipelining. And and like I said, put that second pathway in our education system of entrepreneurship. Now you're creating the right recipe.
Yeah.
Remember, I said we had the right ingredients.
Yes.
Now that right recipe is
That
now
recipe.
beginning to cook, and
Legacy.
we will see the fruits of our labor, not in 2 years, not in 4 years.
Come on.
Certifications are quick.
Yeah.
Certificate for adults in dead end jobs. Let's get them out of those jobs and trained to go into another job through certifications.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's get our returning citizens, uh, get them certified
Right.
before they get out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get companies looking at them and they can get out early if they get a job. Now
Yes.
we're changing their trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
The point I'm making here is if we get serious about that, we would technically have created a very powerful Silicon Valley right here.
Absolutely. I think that's important. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's powerful stuff, and it's doable. It can actually
That's
that we
right.
it can happen. Like it's just all about the camaraderie of people coming together with that. You know.
Leadership.
Yes, the right leadership. The right
Hmm.
leadership. And that's one thing I do know about you, Mr. Cruz. You got the stuff. You got you have the ability. And I and you can see you can pick up on people,
Okay.
and the authenticity and whether or not they are real about what it is that they do and they're passionate about what they do. And that's one
Hmm.
thing I can say about you. You really are passionate about the people, and you are about the people, and you're all about your community, and you have sacrifice. I've literally seen you sacrifice, man. I
This
mean,
is
you out there rolling your sleeves up. You're showing the people that you really mean business. And
yeah.
that's one of the things that I admire about you most is the
I
fact that
appreciate
you
that.
really take it upon yourself to show, like, I'm not just saying this, I'm doing it. I'm showing you what I mean. And so I love
I
it when a
appreciate
person
that.
live by example, you know.
I appreciate that
Absolutely.
because it is a sacrifice
Yes.
jumping out of the private sector, going into the public sector, pleading with people,
Yeah.
can we be sane here?
Yeah.
Let's go in a different direction.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So I wanted to ask you some things too in terms of this. This comes go to my next question. So I'm gonna ask you something that kind of going back a little bit, like about yourself in terms of like your early childhood. Like,
Okay.
what can you share? And be transparent with us. Like, as far as how was your childhood? What was your upbringing growing up and things of that nature?
I grew up in Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was born in Florida,
Okay.
but I grew up in
You
Huntsville,
got a
Alabama.
little bit. You got a little bit of country with you too, a
Yeah,
little bit.
I can go country now. I can do it. um, but my mom wanted me to attend a co-ed, the only co-ed predominantly black boarding academy
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up until grade 4, I was an awkward kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid of people.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know how to make friends.
Wow.
I made D's and F's in school.
Wow. That's hard to believe. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
telling
Mr.
you.
Cruz.
I'll never forget. I felt picked on because kids were making fun of me, and then
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the teacher joined in.
Yeah.
To the point
Wow.
where my mother had to come out there.
Mm.
You know, and so I was this awkward kid, and my parents were really concerned.
Yeah.
So my mom went to my fourth grade teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And that fourth grade teacher, the funny thing is, she was the hardest teacher in the elementary school. But that teacher sat with me, she poured into me, and then she made me
Mm-hmm.
uh, learn Dr. Martin Luther King speeches,
Okay.
put me in plays. And I was like, what in the world? But, I'm already awkward. You want me to be in front of people speaking? I mean,
Right.
but I realized that I could memorize.
Mm.
And I realized that I enjoyed listening to Dr. Martin Luther King and then repeating
Mm-hmm.
how he said it.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the fourth grade, I started doing that. And I was the crown jewel of the play
Mm-hmm.
that we go around the entire city doing.
Right.
And then before you know it, I was in the choir, and before you know it, she showed me how to make friends. It's like almost like she took me under her wing, whether she realized it or not. And I became an A student that same year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. In 1 year.
And that same year, my report card said, and I still have it. My mom has my report cards. I was straight A's. And so
That's
that
God.
changed my trajectory. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm big on education and young people and how we approach them.
Yeah.
It was creatively done for me.
Mm-hmm.
They could have taken me down, testing and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be here today. But because she creatively got involved in my life,
Right.
I learned that, oh, I can memorize. Oh, I can speak. I got into oratorical contest after that. So I thank her. As a matter of fact, I spoke to her a little bit ago. So
Wow.
yeah, I was telling her I appreciate you, and she was telling me she's proud of me.
Oh man, that's powerful.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
powerful.
so yeah, that was my upbringing, and that made me, I would say, who I am today. Because
Mm-hmm.
without that, I probably would be that scared little kid in the
Right.
corner. You
Right.
I
And I
wouldn't
look
be
at
on here with you.
right. That's true, man. I wouldn't have met you, and that's one thing about how God works. He will set you and put you in a position where you will never know what's in you. So he'll kind of stretch you a little bit and put you with the right people to help, you know, uh, birth out or pull out what's in you. So that's powerful stuff. I know you. It was a segment you was saying something about you almost died. Bring us through that
Okay.
experience.
Now, I've had a couple close calls,
Oh
but
my
this one
God.
in particular, this is when I was attending Oakwood University, and I
Mm-hmm.
would drive from Maryland back.
Mm-hmm.
A good friend of mine, we would drive back together.
Mm-hmm.
And this one particular trip, he said he'll take the first leg.
Mm-hmm.
So me, and we were driving my car, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was like, please, have at it.
Yeah.
So I'm in the passenger seat, and I fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And going down to Oakwood from here, you're going to go through the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going. I wake up. I look over at him, and as a good passenger, I say, "Are you okay?" And he says, "I'm okay." And then I go back to sleep. There's nothing else to talk about.
Right.
um, so as I'm sleeping, a voice in my dream says, "Wake up."
Mm. Mm.
And I'm like, "Come on, man! I'm trying to sleep."
Jeez.
And it says it again, "Wake up." This time a little louder.
Wow.
And I'm like, come on. I mean, what are you doing? And then finally, that voice got super loud and it says, wake up. And I open up my eyes and I can see that the car is headed towards off of the cliff in the
Oh,
mountain.
Jesus Christ.
I look back over at my my at my friend, and he is just out like
So
this.
he knocked out.
He's knocked out.
Oh my God.
And so I yell out his name. I grab the stern wheel,
Mm.
and we barely missed the guardrail because we was about to go over.
Over the cliff. Oh my God.
And the car is doing the this, it's doing the that as we're trying to get settled. And after that, I was like, I can't sleep after.
I bet not. I
I'm
bet
not-
you. I bet you can. Good God,
I was
man.
like, hey, you know what? I'll take over.
Right. Like you get some rest. But
Right,
I'm
you
gonna
just
tell you.
read.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, that's very very direct, and that's when you know that that was the hand of God and that was an angel. More than what you know, that was actually an angel that spoke to you, and when that's your guardian angel that spoke to you and was reminding you, look, you need to get up. So let me tell you something. That's when you know you have a real strong purpose. When
Yeah.
your angel reminds you, say, "Hey, you're in danger here. Let's go." Like that's pretty intense. That's pretty
Yes.
intense there.
Very
Yeah.
intense.
So,
Very intense.
shh.
So yeah, I wouldn't
Wow.
be here today without being God speaking in my dream,
Yeah.
you know, and did not give up
Yeah.
on did not give up on me. I could have stayed. I could have just said, you know what, whatever.
Yeah.
But there are so many young people, I would say a few, who've passed away on
Mm-hmm.
that trip, headed back to Oakwood. And we would have been part of that collect. And I'm so glad we were not.
Mm.
And my heart goes out to families who have had fallen ones on that trip.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
driving
Yes.
back, we think we're invincible at that age,
Of course.
and we're not.
we I can remember from on my, like, as far as with myself. I mean I was in the cuff of danger. I can attest
Mm,
some of the things I've been through, so I can totally relate. And that's why I say, sometimes when we're young we really don't even realize where we're at in terms of like the repercussions of it. But
right.
but you I would say definitely, that's crazy. That's amazing. I'm glad you're okay. You know,
I am as well.
yeah, yes, but I want to stir this a little bit. I'm gonna ask you a question in
Okay.
terms of, I know what you do,
Okay.
but let me ask you. I'm curious. Do you have any other abilities that you do? What else do you, Marcellus Crews, do besides politics? Uh, uh, a person that is about, a humanitarian, a person about the
Mm.
communities, things of that nature. What else do you do, like, besides helping, and trying to change your community?
I'm gonna be honest with you. All my life has been given over to service. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's why I was there getting the service award.
Yeah.
Years ago, I decided to go into technology. Um, I also, have a recording studio,
Mm-hmm.
a bona fide. I'm actually sitting in it.
What?
Yeah, I have a full blown recording studio.
Mr. Crews.
I
Let me find out what you doing in that studio, Mr.
I
Crews.
mean, it's state of the art. It's got screens for the panel.
Okay.
I've got so a lot of a lot of my commercials,
Okay.
audio and stuff have
Mm-hmm.
been recorded in here. Is also have an editing suite
Okay.
in here. So, so my thing is when I was corporate before I started my own company,
Yep.
uh, we could get certifications every year. They
Mm-hmm.
would pay for it. And so I went from help desk to, um, uh, you know, uh, help desk to programming
Yeah.
to website design.
Okay.
Um, any certification I could get my hands on,
Right.
I would try it out because they were big on see what you can sink your teeth into.
Mm-hmm.
And that's helps the company.
Wow.
The other thing is I believed in giving back to
Mm-hmm.
you. And so, when you mix all of that and you mix a company now going out and helping people,
Yep.
you know, at a discounted rate, I've never been about money.
Right.
And I'm keeping that real. I've never been about money. I could have, you know,
Yeah.
I could have saved myself some heartaches.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
But,
get it.
to me, it's not about money, it's about helping people.
Right.
And so my goal is to help people. You know, I probably should have jumped into politics a lot sooner
Mm-hmm.
because this has been my fight. And I
Right.
realized that we butt up against government,
Yep.
businesses, we butt up against government. And so, if we want real change, if we want to bring a lot of our products online, if we want to change how structurally how things are done, somebody's got to be a candidate and run for that office
Right.
who gets it.
Right.
Because the ones in office, they don't get it.
Right. They don't get it.
They do not get it. And so that's why I've raised my hand and I'm like, I get it.
That's right.
I'm willing to go that extra mile.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's awesome just to hear that. So what let me ask you, Mr. Cruz, what is the coolest thing you have done with what is you do? Like what is the what's the coolest thing that
Oh, that's okay. Let me see. I mean, there's so many things that we have done. I would say one of the coolest things was I went on a worldwide youth event
okay.
to Thailand.
Thailand.
The,
Okay.
yeah, the
Thailand.
government hosted us.
Wow.
And what was so cool is, you fly in, you didn't have to go through immigration.
Right.
We had these cars there for us. Looking at the youth's eyes and everything, man,
Yes.
we
Yes.
had a police escort,
Mm.
taking us where we needed to be.
Right.
Those young people, oh my goodness, they really enjoyed themselves and they learned a lot.
Mm.
Thing to them was see everything, take it in,
Yes.
understand that you're more privileged than you realize.
Yes. Blessed.
We're going to
Absolutely.
be going to some remote areas that
Mm-hmm.
you're going to see what poverty really looks like.
Mm.
You know,
Man.
so when you get back, you now know what you have to do.
That's right.
But that was just we were there for about, I think, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we were there 2 or 3 weeks. I think we were there. But we went and visited, I think, the governor and stuff. It was
Mm-hmm.
just such a cool trip.
Wow.
Take young people on where they were royalty. They were first class.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting at. That was beautiful to see. and do.
Absolutely. My God. Yeah, that's powerful, man. I have definitely got. I never got a chance to go to Thailand,
Mm.
but that's definitely that sounds fun. That
It was a
definitely.
lot of it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't think you would have enjoyed the first week, but
Right. Right.
because we were slumming it.
Now I can imagine, man. I definitely can imagine that.
Mhm.
So I mean, Mr. Cruz. So let me ask you, what are you currently
Mm.
focused on right now,
Mhm.
and what is the need in terms of your goal
Mm.
and how the community and the
Mhm.
people can
Mhm.
help and or participate
Mm.
within your current goals that you are implementing or trying to implement?
I am currently embarking on becoming Prince George's County executive.
Awesome.
What is an executive? Let me just try to break that down for people. Um, Prince George's County has over 27 municipalities,
Mm-hmm.
so cities and jurisdictions. And the county executive oversees all of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the highest chief operating officer it's the highest executive office you can have
Mm-hmm.
outside running for governor.
Okay. That's awesome.
I am doing that because I believe it's time for a true executive to make us become one again. Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're number 23 in education. There's only 24 counties.
Mm-hmm.
People are leaving our county. They're going to Howard. They're going to Montgomery. Uh, you know,
I know.
we build poorly here.
Yes.
We don't have great restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We don't have a good mixture of urban and suburban living where you can put on your flip flops and come downstairs and go to the coffee shop. And,
Mm-hmm.
and, and the reason why I say that is because now more of our businesses can get into the fight and grow.
Right.
And so we want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
More retail. So I am embarking on this because it is time for true growth and it's time to help people and, get our education system right. Um, we often say, is this it? Are these all of the candidates?
Yeah, and that's when it's real bad.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So this is it,
Yeah.
you know. um, so my thing was to say, okay, if we're gonna say that, I'll throw my hat in the ring and let's see if you all really want change.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I'm a sane guy. I'm not talking crazy. My life speaks to all the success that
Right.
we as a county can have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everything I'm talking about is growth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How do we bring down our property tax? How do we bring down taxes? I'm talking about growth, things that really matter and can make these things happen.
Yes.
And so that is what I'm embarking on. And I need people's help. I need them to donate, to
Mm-hmm.
give,
Mm-hmm.
and they can just go to electmarcelluscrews.com
Say that again.
and today. Electmarcelluscrews.com. That's it.
And
Uh,
it it they can just donate as much as, or there's no specific number or anything like that.
a max out donation is 6,000.
Okay. Okay.
Um, that's a max out donation. But so couples, each couple can give,
Yeah.
a max out donation. And some people with their daughter can,
Yeah.
or their, So, but yeah, those are the rules inside of this campaign. But yeah, I think that not I think I know that we can bring this home.
Yes.
I know that we can bring this home if we get our final push.
Yes.
Like I said, I was on an interview earlier tonight, and the young lady said, "I saw your commercial. You know, that means that we're getting out there, and that
Yes.
means that people are hearing us and seeing us. But we kind of want to do a blitz now. If we do
Yes.
the blitz, I know we can bring this home.
That's right. That's right. I believe it. I believe it. I believe in you. I believe this will come to fruition. I believe it will happen. Like I said, with the support of others, I
Mhm.
believe that this definitely can be accomplished. No question about that. Awesome goal. We are supporting you. We appreciate you. For all that you are doing and the things that you have already done in
Thank
terms of the community. So what? Other than that, Mr. Crews, I will say it has been a pleasure.
you.
It
Yes,
has
it has.
been an honor.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it has been. And is it any other handles or any other connections or anything like that? Do you have a Facebook page and Instagram or or
Um, Yeah, I mean, we have it all. MarcellusCrews.com is the website. Um, you can get to everything from there. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have LinkedIn. Just look up Marcellus Crews.
mm-hmm,
X,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
All social media. Please, come check me out. You'll
Yes.
see that I've been putting in the work.
Putting on the work. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Well, we appreciate you and thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy man, and for you to answer the call for a little man like myself,
Oh,
I, I
I know,
appreciate
man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. God, I appreciate you so much. So, other than that, we will definitely talk soon. Thank you for joining our podcast. You guys check him out. Look him up. Like I said, he has a phenomenal resume. He's the real deal. He is about what he speaks. He's about his business. I definitely support this man. He really stand on principles, and we need more people like this, especially in this day and time that we're in right now. So, other than that, we appreciate you. Until we meet next time, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.